stuff
Soft
is.
tissue is just like foam rolling, myofascial release. It could be with a lacrosse ball. It could be with a foam roller. It could be what I'm doing with this little blue thing right now, where I'm really putting a lot of pressure deep down into the fascia of my foot. But you know, the old mantra of stretch more when you're hurt or put ice on that injury is just so old school, and it's been so proven that it doesn't work. It actually restricts more blood flow. And I think if anyone takes anything from this pod, it's understand that your body wants to create blood flow for it to recover. And the more you can do that in a soft tissue environment where pretty much you can watch TV, do your leisure activities, but just incorporate this little piece into your lifestyle. And I think that's where a lot of my ability to stay healthy has been the hours where I'm not running and the hours where I'm not in the gym. When I'm standing at home in my office, I'm standing just like this. I have some form of a roller, a slant board, a balance tool, something where I'm stimulating my body even as I just stand here. Yeah. And I think when I'm watching TV, I'll sit in the couch stretch and just work on my flexion all day, or I'll get in boots, or I'll do some form of myofascial release, where the secret is in the other 22 hours of the day, not the 2 hours you're in the gym or running. Yeah. But most people want the answers for those 2 hours, where in reality, it's everything else that you're doing in your lifestyle.
You can fix your own pain. It's an unbelievable thing. If you work on some of the myofascial release, and Nsima just grabbed this, what is this thing called? Roller 8 or something like that?
Roll recovery, I think.
It's on there.
Roll recovery. This device is amazing. It's kind of like a vice. Yeah. You can put your forearm in there, your arm in there, or your shin, or your leg. Yeah, and you can work your hamstrings, your legs, your calves, your shins. There's a lot of great products out there on the market. You can also just get a lacrosse ball, a softball. You can get these inexpensive things, and these are things. It's kind of amazing that you can heal yourself. You can just put a ball on the ground and literally just squish your foot on that ball, and you'll get so much relief and so much decompression of the feet that you will kind of be in disbelief of how great that will make you feel, and how much just congestion you can get rid of for yourself. And then you can hire someone to help you with these things, and that can be great. I do both. I have someone that comes and tries to work on me almost every week. But in addition to that, probably, I don't know, an hour every day is spent doing some sort of myofascial release / mobility stuff.
It's a liberating thing too. Yeah. If you're able to your point, heal yourself, because most people don't have the capacity or the money to actually pay for a deep tissue masseuse, or to pay to get physical therapy, or to pay to get dry needling done. The liberating feeling of having a foam roller or just a lacrosse ball, which costs less than $15, that feeling of like, oh shoot, I feel good. I feel recovered and ready to go attack this next workout or the next run. It is something I think for most people, like it's a rewarding feeling.
One thing I've noticed is, like, when it comes to stuff like rolling, a few years ago, it started getting kind of a bad rep, and there were a few people saying, oh, it doesn't make that big of a difference. You don't need to spend as much time doing that. But like, one thing that we've noticed is that we have a habit every day. Like every single morning I wake up, I have a hard roller at home. I'll roll my back, quads, everything on that. I use this thing while sitting down. That's why I really like this. Mark introduced me to this thing. So you can be sitting on the couch, you can just be standing, and you can be smashing your quads and everything with it. But with like jujitsu and all the movement stuff that I do, that has been a huge habit, and I don't get as much body work done from like a PT as Mark does. But like you mentioned, I think it's huge to understand that you don't need to see someone to get the benefit of all of this type of stuff.
You don't really have much restriction either. Like I was showing you something. I was like, I got a lot of like crazy tension right here with when I sit on this this like medicine ball that we had in the gym. And you're like, yeah. I was like, I got like a little bit. So again, it's all like symptom related. Like if you have symptoms and shit hurts, you're gonna have to spend more time on it. Yeah. If you don't have symptoms and you don't feel like it's a limiting thing, it's probably something you can spend a lot less time on.
That is true. But one thing I do notice is that when I start to back off, because what we tend to do is when we start feeling really good,
you gotta have hygiene with it. Yeah,
we back off of the things that have been working. When I start to back off, then I start to, oh, that little tightness as my lower back is coming back. Oh, my glutes starting to feel a little tighter. Then you start the habit again. But if, like you mentioned,
stay ahead of it,
bake it into your day, like you were just talking about, which is what we do here. Then like you can get a point where you are pain-free. Power Project family, your normal shoes are making you weak. This is why I partner with Vivo Barefoot Shoes, because they have a wide toe box, they're flat, and they're flexible. So with every single step you're taking, if you're taking a 10-minute walk outside, or when you're working out in the gym, your feet are able to do what they're supposed to do in this shoe. They have tons of options for hiking, running, training in the gym, chilling and relaxing, casual shoes for if you're out on a date. You need to check them out. And Andrew, how can they get it?
Yes, that's over at vivobarefoot.com/powerproject, and you guys will receive 15% off your order automatically. Again, vivobarefoot.com/powerproject. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
And on the pain-free side of things, you've mentioned that multiple times. How long have you been pain-free? Has that just been how you've been for a while now, or?
I would say since I've been in Austin, prior to Austin, I had chronic shin splints. So even last year, so it's right around this time, February of 2022, I ran the Austin Marathon. But 4 weeks before that race, I actually just like cut off a lot of my load of running because I had the worst shin splints. I couldn't go for 4 or 5 miles. So at the time is the first time I got introduced to GOTA. And I was making my trip down. I moved from Maryland to Texas, and I started making my road trip down. I stopped in Louisiana, pit stop at the GOTA guys, and they saw a lot of my mechanics, and they saw some of my running videos and form, and they're like, dude, you have good form, but they're looking at where I was landing on my foot.
Your hips is backwards.
Exactly, right? So they were all like, they go full all out of like being the back chain, which has helped. But I realized after that race, I'm like, hold on, that pain that I was talking about with the eraser came back. So that was around March through April where I was like, oh shit, something's wrong with my foot. In reality, it was just super, super stiff. So I would say from May till right around now, knock on wood, I haven't had anything major. Now I've done some stuff where I've like rolled my ankle on the trail and like that's different because it's like a specific thing, but nothing for overuse. So I would say for the past like 7 to 8 months, I've had nothing drastic happen, and in those times I ran 2 sub-3 marathons. I've completed New York, which was kind of more for fun, but I would say I've been feeling pretty good since that point.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right, share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right, peace.